video. 1 second. My video response to teachers who bully. I am posting this video response because this is a subject very near and dear to my heart. I was bullied as a kid, and it was by teachers. It started in nursery school, and I didn't know why I was being bullied, but starting in nursery school, I was singled out um, by one particular teacher, and she would she was very hostile, and she would keep me isolated from the other kids. Um, I've had some teachers who seemed like they were disturbed by me, but they were generally cordial. They didn't try to assert their power over me or anything. Then I had a first grade teacher who was a complete bully, and she would jerk me around on my head and call me an idiot, and she would give me swats, and she would make me sit on the wall, which is this thing where you have to squat against the wall in front of the classroom with your hands to your sides, and it really burns the muscles in your legs. And it's just not. It was it's just when I was a kid, of course, nobody knew about Asperger's or that there was any other form of autism than, Canners, I guess. It was not mainstream. It's like it was acknowledged that there was something going on with me, but nobody knew what it was. I wasn't retarded. I didn't do well in school though, but I made very high test scores, and so teachers let me slide a lot of the time because I did well on standardized tests, even though I couldn't follow instructions in class and I couldn't do homework. There was subtle bullying, like teasing, or being talked about behind my back, or joked about behind my back towards the other students. That was another kind of bullying from teachers. And I suppose all of this would have maybe been curtailed if it had been acknowledged that I was kind of more of a special needs kid, and had been, I guess, not railroaded through the mainstream school system so much. But it's very wrong. It is very unprofessional for teachers to bully students, regardless of their gender. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen um, in other circumstances where kids had very minor discipline problems that resulted in them being frequently singled out. I was a Montessori assistant, and I recall, the kids were under 2, so they didn't understand what we were saying to them in the first place, and they weren't deliberately trying to be bad. They were punished nonetheless, given times out, and they didn't know what they were doing wrong, because they weren't old enough to really understand us yet, I assume. So, yeah, if a teacher feels that that they, I don't know why teachers bully students, but if they bully students, they shouldn't be teachers. Unfortunately, uh, you know, I don't know, I'm old school. I was in first grade in 1981, and that experience I still remember a lot of. Maybe teachers are more professional and better now than they were back then. Uh, I hope so, you know, uh, because, you know, uh, a lot of development in kids happens in school, and early education will affect later education, and so on. I'm just rambling now. La la la. But yeah, teachers better. There should teachers, students should have a voice. It's difficult when kids have communication problems. I just hope that you know there's more mainstream thinking about uh, pinpointing or or noticing or recognizing kids in school who have developmental problems, even though they may not be incredibly obvious, so that they can get help um, and not get bullied by their teachers or bullied by students. Um, or and teachers should not allow students to get bullied. There should just be a no bully tolerance policy everywhere, because it builds character. Uh, I don't see it. I think it really hurts, of course, more than it helps. I'm rambling. I go now. Bye bye.